Boy, I'm so tired. And I
Okay.
look like I'm drunk. Hi, hubby.
What's going on with Deuce?
I don't know.
Am I freezing? Okay, cool.
Oh, you're
You'll
live.
figure it out soon later, Deuce. Deuce, we'll figure it out soon later. I know, that's what I said. What's going on, Gray Pill Podcast? I want to shout out to everybody out there. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Want to give a little shout out to the chat real quick. What's going on, Pro? Shout out to you, Princess K. Hey, I literally was on my moment sending you an email to just give you a heads up, so I appreciate you. E-Man from shout out to you. Anybody who don't know E-Man? Emmanuel is from the Black Man Unfiltered. Shout out to you. And last but not least, shout out to you, Primal, Mr. Rittler, Papi Blanco. Appreciate y'all. And bring all the little get along gang up in here. All right, what's going on, Mika Mink?
Hi.
Hey. Okay. What's going on, my brother from another Poppy, Primal Studies? You can check him out at Primal Studies on every Sunday at 8 or 9. I'm gonna say 8. Is it 8?
Anywhere in that eight to 9 range. Yeah, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, no problem, like always. And my other brother, Deuce, you check him out over here always. And when normally asked for receipts or some good controversial conversation, he will welcome and more than welcome to help out with Black Man Unfiltered. Shout out to you, brother.
Thank you for having me again.
No problem, anytime, man. All right, let's get this cracking. All right. Before I was trying to figure out how to address this, so I'm gonna address this with respect because we're not really about the drama like that. We try to keep it in the gray, but you got to keep it fair, right? I know how we do. All right. So, anywho, about a month ago, we did a reaction video to Pearly Things. If anybody don't know Pearly Things, you could check her out. She was from Fresh and Fit, and she started her own YouTube channel and is very successful. So we did a reaction video. I asked her for permission first. That's pretty much normally how I do it because I know normally guys in the YouTube space and the content creators, they normally just like kind of tweak it and whatever to their video and make it fair use and do a reaction to it. I know some other rules to it. You can check it out for yourself to get the extra detailed about it. Anywho, got permission to do the reaction video. We did the reaction video to a conversation that this young lady here had. Real Feminine. You could check her out. Very successful YouTube channel. She discussed about primarily red pill content, pretty much using the voice for men to speak for men to try to help other women to be better women. If I got that correct, because I have checked in and dive into her channel. I actually know how to do my homework because I know sometimes in YouTube spaces people make comments say, "You're not listening to me." Well, did you listen to us? Did you listen to us? So I actually do my homework when I jump on people's platforms, even before I go on there. I actually dive into the content. All right. So with that being said, so we did a reaction video of our own. And that was a month ago. About a month later, on that reaction video, which was this, and all the four culprits right there. Papi Blanco came in a little bit later. So a month later, leading up to now, which was like a day ago, I actually decided to clip a certain part of it because I said, hey, maybe it might be a little click savvy, keep the content going. So I pretty much decided like a 9-minute clip of yeah and nay for prenuptial agreements, right? So from that point on, I say maybe a week or two later, I get a comment from Unreal, voice her opinion about it. Okay. And then literally during that duration of the day, I get a second comment and a third comment back to back. And then later on during the day, I get another comment with her and with Pearly Things making a comment from there. All right. Now, a day later after that, we received the email. I'm not going to address the email because the second portion of it, I'm going to be respectful because there's some personal stuff brought up on there. So I'm not going to address that email. All right. Because we're going to be respectful of people. And two, we don't come from them toxic spaces of the YouTube, them YouTube spaces. Right. So I will say, so I will say this in response to Miss Real. You're more than welcome to come on, not have a discussion about what we just had, because the email that was addressed back to you in response to that, shout out to Primal Studies, we're going to leave that response in representative of the Gray Pill Podcast. All right. I feel like he said everything that was needed to be said on there. But I do have all your information. You're more than welcome to come on Tuesday. I think it's pretty much we're gonna have more women on Tuesday. We have a lot of women on this platform, so I don't want nobody feeling comfortable. You're more than welcome to reach out to one of us. All my links and stuff is in the YouTube description. You don't have to click on to find Primal, then click on find Primal, then email him. You're more than welcome to email me directly or DM me directly. And me and Minka, the wifey of the YouTube channel, the Gray Pill Podcast, the people that actually uploaded, did the thumbnail, took all the work to do the content here, the source of the conversation. You're more than welcome to come on Tuesday, join us for a great segment, a trending topic conversation to reaction to. So I'm gonna leave it with that. So with that being said, how's everybody weekend?
Mine's good, but I got something ringing in the background, so I got to go take my enchilada bake out. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes here.
Oh my God.
Go
Why are you
handle
going to
your
eat
business.
that
Go
in
handle
front
your
of
business.
us? Damn.
Well, he normally eat everything in front of us. All right. Why he go do that? All right. Shout out to you, Marcus. Appreciate you, man. Anywho, while she's got her the Hollywood diva Marilyn Monroe shades on. I was going to you, Candid Ann. How'd your weekend, Deuce?
It was great,
Ooh.
nice eventful
Ooh.
holiday weekend,
I like that smile, sir.
in these
Who
streets.
got you smiling like that?
You probably finally got a damn shave. That's probably what that was.
Nah, man, listen, I miss my beard, man. I do.
Really?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, I love my beard.
Oh, okay.
Listen, my beard connect. All right, like let's be serious.
I ain't hating on it. I ain't hating on it. I'm just saying most people just don't like beards.
I love my beard, man. It's like I'm getting a little older. You know what I'm saying? So when that salt and pepper, when that salt start coming in, it's gonna be.
Oh no, I'm weird, bro. Like real talk. Like when mine come out, like I'm like always doing the itching, scratching. So I really don't. I'm good with this.
Bro, listen, I got a really good beard oil that'll take care of it, brother.
I appreciate you. See, that's what family do. That's what family do.
So,
While we're waiting on Primal, okay, Primal's chiming in.
Did I hear salt and pepper beard?
Yeah, he said he got
all right.
recommend some good oil for me. So
you gotta have. Jesus, Minka, you're falling apart.
She recovering. It was her birthday, man. She recovering. I know what that's like.
I'm not even hiding it No, it's not even that. I went out on Saturday for my birthday and again on Wednesday for my birthday, but it wasn't anything crazy. And then you add work and being 31 and you just can't do it anymore.
That's what it is.
I don't even drink or do drugs. You know what I did do last night, guys?
What's that?
I bet I do know.
Take a guess. I bet you don't.
Oh, I know. You play Scrabble?
No, you definitely don't know.
You sat on your porch and read Bible verses?
No.
Drink water and read the Bible.
What'd you say, Deuce? What's your suggestion? What'd you guess?
Drank water and read her Bible.
Listen, guys, I haven't read a Bible since I was like...
She got that D.
Emotional damage.
I think I'm going celibate again, actually. I didn't even have birthday sex.
Oh, okay.
That was good timing. That was actually like one of the most perfect times you used that.
I do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I do what I got to do.
No, there is a new season of
Minka, don't waste the best years of your life, sweetheart. Don't waste those best years of your life.
I'm not. I'm going on a date tonight. I'm just not gonna have sex.
Okay, so you're come on the podcast sluggish and just looking like crap, but you'll be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the next man. Okay, I understand how you doing. I understand how you doing. All right, anywho. I got a cool reaction video for y'all guys so we can check it out. So anybody who checked out the thumbnail and all that good stuff, so pretty much kind of self-explanatory. But it seemed like it got some stories to it, all right. And I remember last time we did a segment a while back about when I was talking about the youth. I think with Deuce is in that conversation with me, you, Minka, and Rogue. Shout out to Rogue Nerd. When we was talking about the youth, and I was like pretty much pitching the narrative like, hey, the youth ain't what it is today. You know what I'm saying? And we was talking about the bootstraps and the gusto and all that good stuff. So
And fuck them kids.
Yo, all right.
Look, salty old man now. I'm 35. It's a fuck them kids.
I'm trying to tell you. All right, I got a clip right here. Can y'all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, 1 second. Get all my bells and whistles going. All right, cool.
All you guys know, man, Siri, she's bad. You feel me? So what I'm going to be doing today, guys, I'm going to be doing exactly what I just said. Trying to get in them buns. Today I'm going to get.
All right, if anybody can't read that, it says that he's going to try to have a sexual blank course with blank Siri.
Siri?
Yes.
Like the AI?
Yes, the AI. He's gonna make sweet love to Siri.
I mean, that USB lightning port is kind of small, if you ask me.
That part.
That's kind of tiny.
What?
All right.
Oh, what is happening?
Let's start it off sweet,
Hey,
guys, because I
Siri.
gotta get these buns, y'all.
No,
Guys,
there's no way.
I need
Oh,
these
wait,
buns
that's
tonight,
Alexa.
right? Siri, you are very beautiful.
I'm just well put together.
Okay, confident. I feel
I
it.
can't.
I feel it.
Adrian, this
All
is
right.
too much. Adrian.
Siri White. Everybody know white people love Starbucks. So
Why
I'm gonna
does-
tell her to come over because I have some Starbucks in my crib. Siri,
Why is it?
Prime, is that
What?
true?
It's true, but
I
especially the
won't
pumpkin
lie. Them white ladies do love that Starbucks. They do.
spice latte.
Confirmation.
Listen,
Huh?
pumpkin spice lattes. Even I'm a basic bitch. But why does he keep calling her Siri?
That's his.
He
That's his. That's
he
his
doesn't know how to
baby.
speak English. He doesn't know how to
That's
speak
his,
English.
That's his.
My guy.
That's his little court name.
I like this guy.
You don't
Carry
have no. You ain't have no like, hey boo, hey sweetie. You ain't have the little pet names.
on.
You know what? Y'all leave that man alone.
No,
He's trying to make.
I
he's
call
trying
him daddy, so I guess
My
Okay.
man should spend less on an iPhone and get a little braces action, though. I think that's what he needs to do.
Hey, leave that man alone. I have a
I ain't
cooking
gonna lie,
show
look
I'm
to
just
at
do.
saying, if you drop $1,000 on an iPhone and then you got to F your Siri, maybe if we took $1,000 and put them towards debt braces, then maybe we get you some cheeks out in the real
Hey,
world.
real talk. His eyes look glazed like Minka right now. That's why she got the shades on though.
I don't even do that.
That part.
So
Siri, come to my
natural.
house. I have Starbucks, mocha lattes, frappuccino lattes.
You've asked me to call you. Oh, hell yes, I'm on my way right now, Big Daddy.
What I'm gonna do right now, guys,
He literally.
Say what?
Adrian, I can't.
I'm gonna ask you.
Use?
It's lit. I'm ready.
Yo, Poppy the chat said, "Yo, I got the same polo. I should wear the same polo as the guy on the screen." So you're trying to suggest, sir, that you and Siri got some things going on.
Yeah. Yeah, Poppy, don't be like that guy, man. Don't be like that guy.
You try to suggest you and him got some same activity going on with the Apple iPhone with Siri. All right, carry on.
Ready for her, man. She ain't ready for me. She don't know what she herself into. I'm black. Siri, I'm ready for you. Where you at?
I'm downstairs, Daddy.
Hey, what's up, Siri? Looking nice today. What's up?
Say I'm ready for you.
Don't show YouTube. All right, you go first. Go ahead. Teleport. Let's go. Let's get it on.
It's okay pulling her pants down, Daddy.
Yeah, there you go. You like that python? You like that snake?
There you go. He's calling her daddy too, Minka.
Stay in the car.
Get that scrimp out of my face. You are small like an Asian.
Get on the floor right now. Come on, get on the floor, Siri.
To be boring.
Yeah, I have a magazine right here. Here you go. Here. There you go. Now come on, get on down. Get on the floor. Come on, let's do this. Just make this real quick. All right. Get on the floor right there. All right. Everybody smash the like button right now. It's finna get lit.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's a joke, but it's just painful.
It's like too realistic. It's just too.
It's cringy.
It's just too realistic.
Yo, there's
and
a chick.
I'm
Chick getting
triggered.
smashed on an air mattress right now in a very similar situation.
Oh.
Hey, you know what's messed up though? If you see his hands, he's actually typing to Siri to like he's mimicking it, but he's typing it so it can play it back.
Yeah, read text.
Oh God. This is the world we live in, Vega. This is the world we live in.
Now this is weird. I don't even know why I'm here.
Yeah.
I made it 20 minutes in before I had to get scotched. I'm just saying. I made it 20 minutes into our stream today. That was a good go.
There you go.
Dude, podcasting is making you an alcoholic. You poor thing.
Oh my God. No, this is it. This is the most cringe. We've done it. I didn't think we've done so much on this channel's history. This is the most cringe. He just stroked
Wait, stroke?
and uploaded to you. He's stroking
I didn't see this.
with his
I'm not
hips
gonna
and
show it.
recording
It's
it with his
YouTube.
hands.
Oh yes, Daddy, don't stop. Yes, yes.
Oh, now you say don't stop, but you just seen I had the strength, right?
Please stop. It's too big. It won't fit. Please stop.
Okay.
Stop now. Okay. Yeah, what you talking about? You would have thought. Watch out. Let me get up. Whew. That was a nice little workout, man. I'm sweating, boy. Whew.
Hey, let it out. Let it out.
It's a sweat for me, though.
That's fucking cringe, nigga.
It's
Yeah.
yeah. It's
How you
it's
work up sweat?
I could start sweating in 2 seconds right now.
So you're saying you and Siri got some? You're in Siri?
I mean, from that video, Siri and I have a lot of in common.
Yo.
It's too big, Daddy.
Hey, but this is what I said before. How the young generation is, man. This is the what's that? Gen Z. We called it last time. This is Gen Z.
I'm not Gen Z. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Primal, hold on
Don't
to your
pay
kids
attention.
tight. Hold it. Matter of fact, get them a flip phone. Them old flip phones with the black and green screen on it. No data. Not even a chip.
Crazy out there. Yeah. Whew.
But wait, there's more.
Oh no, no more. Make it
no.
stop.
Yes.
Make it stop.
Yes.
What
She's
happened,
pregnant.
dog?
We got busy and I didn't wrap it up, you feel me? And by the title of the video, Siri got pregnant. Yeah, obviously know what happens. That obviously means a baby was born. Feel me? So me and Siri
Already?
had a baby. The baby was born yesterday. Like I said, robots have babies in a day and humans have babies in 9 months. He's gonna bring it over today so you guys can see. Please do not roast me, alright? If the baby ugly, don't roast me, alright?
There's no
Man, if it's
way
ugly,
this
it's because of
nigga.
Sari. It's because of Sari, alright? It's not because of me. I'm cute. You see me? I'm sexy. Oh,
Sari.
There's no way this nigga's about
Did he say robots can have birth in
In
one
a
day?
day.
And 10,000, 20,000 people liked it? They're like, yeah,
Midget, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You don't believe anything you're saying right now. He's not fantasizing, nigga. He simulated prawn through Siri. And now it's convincing boppers that he had a child.
If it's a certain way, you feel me? If it look a little deformed, a little retarded, it's because of Sari. I'm gonna call up Sari. Hello, Sari. How are you?
I'm happy to be alive.
Me too, man. Me too, man. You feel me? I'm happy to be alive too, but I know soon I'm not gonna be alive. I know you're gonna get me for that child support, and then I'm not gonna be able to make ends meet. You feel me?
I'm having trouble with the connection. Please try again in a moment.
Oh yeah, now you having trouble with the connection, right? When I talk about child support, right? Strap it up, kids. This is why you gotta strap it up, okay?
Oh, there's a good message.
Anyway, Siri, I told my fans about the baby, right? They waiting on you, okay? So Siri, come to my house with the baby right now so we can show them, man. This is gonna be amazing. Yeah, come over right now. Come over right now, Siri. Come over. And be careful, do not drop the baby on his head, okay? It do not need to come out like me, okay? Retarded, all right? Do not drop my baby on his head. You understand me right now?
Yo, what you think would the baby look like though? Look at that. Yeah.
It's gonna be like some sort of weird robot with like big lips or something. I don't know what he's doing. I think all of our imagination is just
It's shot.
I don't want to play this game.
Hey, you signed up
for this
sir.
shit. I'm too old for this. This is.
Why do you think I needed to take mental health time?
I'm glad I started drinking before I got on this screen.
Hey, but this what these young kids do now. This is what you do now. So
Shout out to my boy Prima, my drinking buddy, every week.
all right, everybody drinking. Shout out.
I wish I drank.
You can fix that real fast.
Marcus said how to catch a virtual predator Siri edition at the Great
You know what? It hit me. You know what it just made me think of? Do you remember that Key and Peele skit where he was Mr. Jarvis or Mr. Jarvie, the substitute teacher? You know how he would be like, hey, Ron or Balake? That's
oh my
Siri.
God, yes!
That's Siri.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're right. I'm gonna start calling her Siri. Perfect.
Minka, you're not dark enough, I don't think.
No, I'm not.
You
But
don't
I
have
still
enough
say
melanin. You don't have enough melanin to call her Siri.
No, baby. I'm still a minority though, so I just, do whatever I want, basically.
oh wow.
With respect. Just don't pay attention to me.
Let's roll the footage. Let's just get through this.
Don't even.
Angela's just ripped the Band-Aid off.
Don't
man.
pay any attention to me, please, today.
Dang, that was fast. God dang. All right, she's here, y'all. Let's go check it out.
They're grown adults. No.
All right, go upstairs.
Isn't she so beautiful?
Yes, she is. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you guys right now, y'all. All right, guys. So, in this quilt,
It's gonna be a
I have my
PS4.
baby here.
Not
if you
a
guys
PS4,
want to see the baby,
but a
smash the like
PS4,
button
it
right
says.
now.
Yeah.
Smash it. Did you smash it? Right now. Right now. Smash the like button. Smash it. I just want to say that I'm gonna be the perfect father to this baby. I'm gonna make
That's
sure
definitely a
that
fake baby.
You know how you're gonna be a perfect father? Because you're gonna keep recharging it every 5 minutes. That's how you be a good father. You're gonna keep that screen clean and keep it plugged up every night.
just want to say that I'm gonna be the perfect father to this baby. I'm gonna make
That's
sure
definitely a
that
fake baby.
Why did you say that?
Why is he sweating?
Why
Sorry.
did you say that?
I'm
Why
sorry.
did you say that?
I know.
Why
I don't
did
know
you
why I
say
said that.
Why did you say
Because I
that?
just saw the skin.
I know, but
I thought maybe
I
you'd have a
mean,
real baby to
no,
really
but we
sell
know
it.
that. We know it's
I
not
don't know.
a real
Maybe you
baby.
can find a real baby.
one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm ready hurting you.
Oh, I look like Mika.
ACS, don't come to my house. I did not mean to do that. Don't come to my house because I know you guys. Y'all be quick to come to a black person's house. Don't come to my house, ACS. Say hi. Say hi.
You got your eyes.
Fuck,
Mika.
why
Hold
does it look like me?
up. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yo, got your eyes. There you go.
No, it has my fucking big ass face.
Let me find out. That's where she was at on her birthday, Deuce. That's exactly where she was on her birthday.
Mm.
Now we know.
I'm
Oh, so
off.
you're not gonna accept that child, huh?
No, I'll accept other children, just not that child.
All right, I'll see how you doing.
I know. I'm sorry.
Say hi. But yeah, guys, this is my.
Nigga, turn this off. Turn
She
this
will be in
off.
more of my videos.
Turn this off.
And
Yeah. What's going on?
I should have just like I should have stayed asleep is what I should have done. I should have like just kept sleeping and like not woken up for this shit is what I should have done. I need at least something because my eyes hurt.
You know, Poppy has a great point there. Just wow, like, I mean, props to that young man for probably
It's
making
true.
a bunch of money off of that video, but damn, like, that was painful. That was, maybe I'm just too old for this shit, but that was.
No,
painful.
I was with you on that one too. But to me, it just goes to show that this is what the younger generation is taking so much time out their hands to do. Why we have older people arguing, not just out in the streets, but in the YouTube world about the most dumbest stuff ever. But our kids has got serious mental issues. Serious issues. Raise them right, ladies and gentlemen. Raise your kids right. WJ, he said, ah ha ha, baby Mika. Yeah, that look like baby Mika.
I can't. That was fucking weird. That was really, really weird. I didn't like that. It made me really uncomfortable.
You know, now I know how our parents felt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when it was like, man, we didn't do it. Like, how crazy we must have looked to them. And now I'm looking at these
Bro,
kids like,
why would you say that? You're so right. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I was the fucking worst.
Yeah. Be them long, them long nights. You just stare at your kid when they sleep. Like, please, God, don't be that.
Hey, listen, nah, hold on.
That look good.
Our parents can't.
Yeah, we got that enchilada bake, baby. That's what's up.
That's not burning your hands.
Well, not with a oven mitt.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I didn't know you had the oven mitt.
I would have turquoise oven mitt on.
Can we just scratch our trip and just go visit Primal and have him just feed us for a week?
Technically, he just invited before we got on. He was like, "Hey, we're more than welcome to come over."
Listen, I've been watching Primal's workout videos, man. These kettlebells is killing me, man. But I'm looking good.
He's making. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was jealous, and I was like, I ain't doing it at the same time.
You know what's crazy to me? Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's totally off topic, but like, damn, you guys, I just like had a light bulb moment. Oh my God, you guys can call me simping too. I just realized the guys that are on here that I like that for Grey Pill, all you guys have like these like crazy, like amazing manly qualities that like are not fucking normal. Like it just like hit me like a ton of bricks. Angelus, you're like a hubby that like protects me like a mofo where like anytime something's there, I know you have my back. It's the same with everybody, but you specifically are more like, because we have a different relationship, more protective. This mofo over here is like cooking gourmet meals on a regular ass basis with his good credit, always traveling, taking care of the kids, and la da 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 da. We got Deuce doing the same thing. Poppy holds it down, being a good dad. A little crazy, but like supposedly has really good D game. I'm just like, it just kind of hit me that like most of the other channels that I go onto, while they're good guys, I'm like, I feel like a lot of the guys that are in these spheres could learn from you guys of like what to be and what to do, because this shit's like, sorry. Never mind. I'm
No, you're good, because I'm glad
I just like it like hit me. I was like, wait, what?
I was gonna throw some shade at you because you was like stuff that we normally do that's a normal society.
It's not.
And I'm like, how should say like, okay, this is like the way you the beginning. You was like, I took it as like this weird to you.
It is.
But
Okay.
I'm coming. I'm with you.
Let me tell you this. I got asked. It just it hit me like, because all you guys have.
You gonna run with Deuce? You gonna run with that?
I said thank you. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Like men don't get complimented. You know what I'm saying. So when we do, we gotta thank you.
It just
look.
It all hit me like a fucking ton of bricks, because here's the deal. No offense to Allende, but like his chat, he ain't got no control over that shit. Fuck that shit. I love you, Allende. I respect you. I respect what you're doing. He is pretty well educated. He does read up and fact check, which I respect more than anything, right? But when it came to the chat and like the way that the narrative is created, these guys go onto these fears, like the fresh and fit and all this shit, because they're pissed off, right? Primarily they're pissed off because either A, they get screwed over by a woman, or B, they can't get like that that we all want love, right? We all, at the end of the fucking day, behind all the bullshit, we want to love, we want to be loved. And these motherfuckers are listening to dumbass people that are like, this is what you got to do. This is what you got to do. I am telling you, like, if you guys came to LA, we should make that a thing, actually, because if you guys came to LA, I guarantee you, based off of how you treated women, it's not the same game. Like, there's all these women, we're fucking tired of it. The stuff that you guys are classifying as like the normal is not normal. I got asked out on my birthday, and this dude was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna mess this up." Blah blah blah. I did not sleep with him because remember, I got it out of I know, but I got it out of my system. I'm just explaining my shit. Okay. And so now I'm like actually seriously dating. And I waited to see this guy. And the next day he's like, yeah, if you're not busy after work. Next day, waited, didn't text you. I'm like, I haven't heard from you and it sounds like you're busy. This isn't going to work for me. This dude texted me at 10:45 p.m. saying, hey, my bad, I was busy. Do you want to come over and watch movies? I'll order food.
Well, you know what that means, right?
Right. But would any of you guys, like, you know what I mean? We all know what it means, but that is the normal. It is a rarity to be like 8 p.m. or, hey, are we still on for today? Or, hey, you want to come over? I can cook for you instead. Or, hey, I have responsibilities with my kids, so we can make it on these days. Or, hey, like, these are the things that I've watched you guys exemplify that I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking rare now.
And really?
It's called Demon Time. He was on Demon Time.
Yeah, we understood that. Hey, shout out to you, Wes.
No, we understood that. That's why we didn't go.
Brother.
Good evening.
We didn't go watch the movie.
I will say
we stayed home in bed.
I will say this because you did hit a point, and it's funny how the world works and how God works at the same time, right? I was just on Black Man Unfiltered's stream the other night, or excuse me, the other day when you was on Allende. Shout out to him. And
love Black Man.
Yeah, he's in chat. I dropped the link, Black Man. If you have that free minute to jump in, he's talking about driving to Atlanta because I ignore his damn comments.
y'all can drive to Wisconsin, but give it like another month because it was snowing today. So forget that. We don't.
Yeah, I've been getting rain off and on. So hey, what's good, Sir Hill? Sir Hal, I apologize for the last part.
Minka, I will say this.
Stop.
Minka, back to what you said though. Like, I have no desire to go to LA because I think it's a trash hole from what I hear. Like,
no, I know. I was just using it as an example of like what women on a regular basis are like. And this isn't even, I wish I could say that it's just like the club scene or the nightlife scene. This is like the everyday scene. You go to a networking event and it's the same thing. You go to you go through a dating app, it's the same thing. Church is a little different because it's more community oriented, but like generally speaking, and I don't know if it's in all metropolitan areas, but I talked to some girls that are in Oregon. I talked to some girls that are in Miami, New York, like bigger cities, and this is what it is. That's why you have so many shows that came out like Call Her Daddy and all that stuff, because girls had to like learn what the game was what the game was and what was happening, and now they've gotten so good at it, and everyone's so good at it that this, like the qualities that I've listed out, I think you mean go rare.
To church. All the men in church. E-man, that's not true.
There's a bunch of weirdos in church.
That's not true. We had a topic about that.
Yeah,
that's not true.
That's not
they go
true.
to church afterwards.
Yeah, it's actually more women in church than men, but maybe your church, I don't know. But usually the percentage of good men in church is they're already married and they already with somebody. And or about to be married. So
but that's where you find them, right? Because I was gonna say, right, our elders, right? Like we live in a generation right now where everybody's trying to redefine everything, right? When our elders had it figured out already, because there's nothing new under the sun, right? And what do they say? Show me your 5 closest friends, and that'll tell me who you are, right? If you want to find a good man, and then see who he hangs out with, his friends.
100%, yeah.
He's going to run in a circle of other men like himself. Because, for instance, right, like getting to know Primal. If Primal will start rocking with you if you don't fit in his circle. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, listen, I don't live my life that way. I don't want those kind of people around me. All right. And that's how usually people of a certain, people that hold themselves to a certain standard, that's how they curate their friends. They curate the people around them and say, you know what, hey, I might know you. We might, we might have mutual friends and we might end up being in the same spaces sometimes, but we're not going to be friends. We're going to be acquaintances.
Right.
I'm not going to hang out with you. You know what I'm saying? So look at the guys that he hangs out with. Look at the friends that he chooses to be with and chooses to give his time and his energy to on a weekly basis.
But
those are good dudes.
Yeah, but see right there, Deuce, that's your action, because we already know us men, we're not going to tell you like, oh, Deuce, you're my associate. Hey, we're not going to do those brackets of levels or labels. You know what I'm saying? Like, you my boy, Prime my boy. We're inviting people to these little events, right? So it's our actions that carry that. And this is my advice to Mika, and just talking about to the viewers, because and trying to go back full circle with these spaces, whether it's YouTube and these streets, it all comes down to how you vetting. Now, if you come to that spot, we say, you know what, it's not saying my life, but something is not feeling right. Let me just start cleaning out that cluttered closet a little bit, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me start pegging at people. All right, that one's always doing this. This one's using me. This one's always not adding real value into my life. Friend, relationship, even family, because a lot of us will already know family usually be your worst enemy. So I gotta let them mofos go too. So
well, how do you vet people? I can't vet you in a club, right? You're gonna tell me what I want to hear.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm talking about. Hold on. We're talking about in general, because I hate when people talk about let's not try to make it a relationship like girlfriend boyfriend. We're just talking about in general, people in your own circle, your peace of mind. Let's just leave it right there, because it seems like everybody will go to these, like what we did, like a 2-week conversation about game. That was so draining. So we're just talking about in general. Go ahead, Mika. The positive people in your circle.
Yeah, it's so I've learned a lot. I felt like I already knew a lot, right? Even before coming on here, but now being with, like, I'm kind of like I laugh at myself, because I used to laugh at people that had online friends, and like now you guys legitimately, like, I don't have many friends outside in this world. Like, I have acquaintances, I have people that I hang out with, but the actual friends that I have 3 that I can count on my hand that I invite to my home, that we socialize on a regular basis, right? And that I associate myself with. Other than that, it's you guys. And so, like, even when I went on, or the guy that was asking me out said all the right things, but I gave it time, because you guys were in my head of like, this is a vetting process. This guy was super handsome, very gentlemanly, was super kind. But when it came down to what he was saying versus his actions were saying something completely different. And I was like, look, it sounds like you're too busy, and this isn't what I'm looking for. And that's after I had made it clear 3 different times that I'm not looking to just hook up. So but I learned that from you guys. So you're asking, how's the vetting process? It's like, boom, there's a proof in the pudding. You're going to keep inviting me after 10 p.m. We all know what that means. Doesn't matter what you're saying. And like,
that'll be $32.50.
I know that's right.
It kind of sounds like LA isn't the right place for you anymore.
It's not, but it's kind of like, I have my family here and I'm making the best of it. It's a lot better than what it was a couple months ago. A couple months ago, I was fucking crying. I was like crying to these guys. I was like behind the scenes, like, it's just so hard. And Deuce is like, oh, damn, don't cry in front of me.
So I want to piggyback real quick what Minka was just saying right now. I didn't mean to cut you off, but like, that's not all LA is bad, but like certain sectors of LA is like hell of Hollywood.
Yeah, but if you put yourself in those situations,
I'm in the South Bay.
Marcus, that's my thing. That's how I see it.
Like, so we're making it both the same point. I'm just bringing it up. Like, don't villainize the whole Los Angeles.
Exactly. So that's like Jersey, and definitely, Deuce, you already know New York, but clearly, me and you most, you know what I'm saying, how it is in certain sectors of Jersey, a lot of parts of New York, is that when they hear New York, they think that life. They hear Atlanta, they hear that life. They hear these Miami, it's that life, right? But I still feel like you put yourself in these situations. And I'm not talking about me, I'm just talking about in general.
No,
if people in general complain about, hey, either my life or my this, and again, it comes back to I'm thinking about it's 2 situations I'm thinking about, because originally Mika said something, and I thought about one gentleman on Black Men Unfiltered, right? He was making these little comments online saying, I'm done with YouTube. People ain't listening. It ain't working out. He was having all these defeated attitudes. I got upset because I put that energy into you, thinking like, okay, you're a friend. you know, the same stuff you're saying about everybody else, I'm doing this, putting that same energy to you, but now you're going to have that defeated mindset. So now I'm upset with you. And then come to find out, the whole circle of it was the reason why he got upset, because he's watching a screen and seeing other people act irate, and then other people was asking for help from him, and he give the advice and they wasn't taking it. So now he was feeling like some kind of way. And I'm like, brother, you can't feel that kind of way. I get it. Being your feelings for a moment. That's like, hey, man, me could talk X for advice. Hey, I'm gonna give you the advice. If you saying XYZ and I tell you ABC, and then you come back tomorrow like, oh my God, well, I already told you. So I'm like this, just like me popping everybody else.
Hands cleaned.
Exactly. There's nothing we can do no more. I planted that seed.
But that's the part where it's like, I will say this, I'm born and raised in LA.
Shout out to you, Pink Cam. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Hey, Pink Camel. I know, right?
Hey.
Hit that like button.
I will say this because it's like, yeah, we could say that it's not all of LA, but it's most of LA. I go anywhere else that's not a metropolitan area like this, that everyone's chasing after something, and it's primarily real. It's less games, less of a facade, less of like who's who and who do you know and what do you drive and all of that crap, and more of like, what kind of person are you? Oh, we want to get to actually know you. You're a human being. I live in the South Bay where it's more community oriented. I have a church that I go to every once in a while, and they bop me on the head. Like it's a lot more community oriented, but I'm still gonna say like the vast majority of people are still thinking like. Then you have the mothers that are, what is it? We have jokes out here that it's like the moms want to be like the best mom and the cool mom, and then you have like the Karens out here, and it's still the same crap. And even in the dating world, they're asking like, what kind of job you have? What do you do for a living? Because they're still like, how do I say this? It's still LA. So I could absolutely agree that there are some parts and there are some people that are absolute gems in this town. And I've been lucky enough to find even a handful. I had a sales call with a guy that's like,
you petty. Huh? No, talking about Angela's. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. It was Angela.
Oh. I had a sales call with a guy like last week that was very aligned with this stuff. I'm like, are you sure you're from LA, sir? And like, there are good people out here. I'm not saying everybody's shitty. I'm just saying it is more difficult. And like, because of that in the dating world, y'all are rare. Poppy's a little beast, but like, you know what
I mean? Hey, well, let me ask this question since we're bringing on that topic then. So Wes,
I didn't mean to change it up. I'm sorry. I just had like a fucking epiphany.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. Nobody want to talk about your intimate child that we just saw on the video. We're good. you're a dumpster baby.
What?
It looked like me. That was, I can't even like say it didn't. It just looked like it had brown hair.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's how I promote the Great Pill War. It comes.
Did you see what E-Man said in the chat?
No, he said, "Find you a new church. They got a great singles ministry." E, do you live in California? LA? I didn't see no churches when I was riding around in LA.
I think he's talking about Christian Mingle. He's conflating a website with a church.
No, they do try to do some stuff like that out here. And like, I'll say this, I love my church because they're like, even church, that's a great example.
You're about to launch.
This is my personal opinion, so I don't even give a fuck, but I'm going to say it. I have looked for a church most of my life, and so has my family. We've looked for churches that we vibe with, that are authentic, that are not just about collecting money and stuff. Even my little sister is more of a Jesus person than I ever will be, right? There's been so many different experiences. I've only found one church that when I go to church there, they are not saying, oh, thank you for the collections. Thank you for this. They're asking the questions. Hey, what kind of person are you outside of church? Are you putting money in the basket and thinking that you're feeling good about yourself, but then you're treating a homeless man like shit? Are you part of your community? Are you helping outside of your community? These are the questions that they're asking, right? That's a rarity to find a church like that. So now that's just like an example of like how
like every time like you have these conversations, it's like I keep like, get out. Get out.
I know, but it's
get out. You petty.
Get out.
I feel I had to step away for like 2 minutes, man. I feel like I missed a lot. What happened?
I see the
chat. I was in Atlanta too. Second of all, you know I'm vacillating here trying to with pockets.
So then I just went to Howard where I majored in sociology and made a lot of friends and had a really good time. So that was college. How about you?
All right, Wes. So back to you, sir. So Mika grabs up a good point.
Nice.
Thank you. Mika brings up a good point when she's talking about people's and their woes, right? So how do we recommend people, like not just her, but just, and I'll give another example too. When I was talking about a defeated mindset with most people and just these spaces, whether it's in your home, your house, friends, family, like how do we deal with that type of or how do we find new friends or just new compatriots? How do we get out of that
rut? The modern world is so different than what it was. Like the 90s was the big demarcation point between the way the world was and the way the world is. And that was the advent of the internet. Because it used to be, it used to be normal to talk to someone in a grocery store or just, chill with someone you didn't know. It was normal to go to bars and, see groups of friends there, and you could make new friends there. These days, it's not as common. Even the people that are going to bars, they don't know how to talk outside of their social circle. It's considered a rather taboo or just very, very unusual to, cold approach someone. So it's just one of the things. It's just a big societal change that we haven't figured out how to deal with. And I think that what you're doing here on YouTube, and what some of the other creators are doing here on YouTube, is recreating that social network, that ability to just start talking to people and talk and learn new things. Because a lot of people, it's funny when I'm watching some of these shows and people are watching people having conversations. That's so weird. That's so weird. Think about it, with the advent of the television, up until now, people would sit at home and they would watch, fake lives on TV. But all the people turning off the TV to come here, to go to the PIF network or any of the other networks there and watching people have conversations, live conversations. It's like people are learning how to communicate again.
Yeah.
So we're on that right track there. But, for Minka's problem, you need to leave LA. It's garbage.
There you go. Shout out to you. Yeah, and Pink had brought up a valid point, and I get it, because you have those certain percentages of people that says not everyone is open to conversation, and it even make it harder, especially with the smartphones, the media, the internet, the PC, the games, and all that, the digital gamings and all that stuff, right? So, my thing is, I don't know. It's like somehow you have to find a way within yourself, or if you have friends and family that recognize this, because I think me and Poppy behind the stage touched base with somebody else about depression, right? I'm not saying these people have it, but it's so tricky to recognize certain things, because people outside their own little bubble is so busy with themselves. So, and that's another part of social awareness too, because I know we talk about these little dating spaces and social awareness and social cues with the girl and getting the box and what women are supposed to be noticing with the guy and their selves to even make themselves more valuable and valuable to women, right? So, what about your friends and family? So, we have to have that same awareness with our friends, the same awareness with our family, our neighbors too. So, if you got these positive people in your life and you can't be aware something has happened to them, or just like, hey, you know what? Let me casually knock on the door. Not let me text them. Not let me send them an email. Because if you're riding by them, because in my space where I'm dwelling, and anybody actually been in the South and southern areas, we just pop up. We stop by. I don't mind burning like a $5 tank of gas, and I'll drive 5-10 minutes. Or if I hear one of my aunties, my aunties, mention my name through grapevine, okay, that's a sign for me to just stop by. And I will stop by, sit with them for a minute or two. When I mean a minute or two, us people already know what that means. I mean an hour or two, and they'll run out, talk our ears off. And then next thing you know, we get out the door. See you later. Because I remember one of my aunts, my dad and me look so much like it in their eyes. One aunt, they live next door to each other. One aunt right here. And I actually make time slots for them, because if I can't do it visit them both in one day. It's a long process. So I visit one. She likes to cook, and she'll cry just to keep me there. And then the next day, I come over to the next one, and she'll like to cook and everything else. And when I left her, and she was missing her brother so much, and she was begging like, "Hey, do you promise to come on by?" And I was like, "It's you don't have to I don't have to promise anything. I'm always going to come on by." So I think that's pretty much what it comes down to. Try to have that social awareness of your fellow friends, even ourselves. It might be draining. Let me just stop by and visit real quick. How you doing? So I think that might help. If that adds any value to that, Pink. And Pink had chimed in and said,
Can I add something?
No. Yeah. 1 second. Email says, "Son, can you drop the link again?" All right, sure, Email.
No.
I got you, brother.
Yeah, I need to take off. I just wanted to jump in for a quick second while I could.
I appreciate you, Wes.
Great to have you. Thank you.
It's time to go watch Domino Masters with the kids.
Yeah, man, eat that.
Later.
All right, appreciate it, man. Why drop the link for E-Man? Only E-Man. I don't want everybody to be popping up in here. Pink had said something. Pink said people in general don't seek conversation because it's not within today's standard. Yeah, that's true. Because people's being in the norm anymore. Everyone is so busy swiping left. That's true too. And that's something you have to kind of get out of that rut. It's something you got. I can't make you do it. There's something you got to do. But that's why I'm saying the outside looking in, like say, for example, if I hit up Deuce, if he's in general area, I might hit up Minka, I might hit up Poppy just because, me personally, it don't take that much. But if you just like hit me up like, "Hey man, just checking out how you doing." We don't have to do no long drawn out conversation. Like, "Hey, I'm thinking about you, seeing if you're good." That's it. I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Oh, my bad, Marcus. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say because earlier, right after. Can you shut up? Can you shut up? Sorry about that.
Put some respect on my name.
No. Right after you left Sir Hale, I was literally gonna make a point that you were making. That's like something Pink Camel just said. People are so quick to talk past each other. They're not willing to sit down, relax, and listen. Like take a deep breath. And you just hit it on the money. Having a conversation with somebody that's going through something, because we were talking about shouting out somebody else that was going through something on that other conversation. Having that conversation down, just listening to somebody, it can make a big difference in helping them out, man or woman.
Exactly. Shout out. I'm sorry, I thought you was finished.
No, I'm just saying real quick, like, because things that we go through, and that other person that was saying that what they're going through, whether it's anxiety, PTSD, depression. Hitting that wall that like you're stuck, but you're not stuck. You just think you're stuck, but there's a huge light on the other side of it. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, you're good, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to you, E-Man. If anybody don't know E-Man, he's from representing from the Black Man Unfiltered Network. Good dude. Came across him a couple times. Actually, they talked about him. That's how I came looking for you, E-Man. And I didn't know you, but I wanted to defend you. Because I root for the underdogs, and I'm sarcastic and I'm petty too. So I was like, no, it can't be E-Man. I don't know him from campaign, but it can't be E-Man. And when I saw some stuff and controversial, and they had me very addicted to the in the chat in the comment section, and I grown to know you and respect you, bro. So appreciate you.
So I definitely, it's me and my nephew day, so I can't be here long, but I do want to chime in on this conversation if you would gracefully let me do it, Great Pill.
Anytime, man. You've been here 5 minutes. You already know how we do, so we're good. Everybody will get a voice. I promise you that.
So the first thing is, I love being in sales because it teaches us to change up our routines. Say, for example, when I first got into sales, we did something called door knocking. They said, go to a neighborhood or go on a path that you have never been before. I believe that what we do is we find a path that is familiar to us, and we do it consistently, and we don't see change in that path, and we say that it doesn't work. No, it doesn't. It does work. I just need to change up what I'm doing. So I strongly suggest you doing something different. The reason I'm in the chat, I put going to a different church. Yes, you might love your church, but you need new men. Or say, for example, if you like go to the same bars in the same location, maybe you have to go to the other side of town. Because I promise you, it is good men and good women out there. We just got to change the direction that we're going. And I guarantee you, especially somebody like you, you'll get snatched up in the next 6 to 12 months if you put yourself in front of the right men.
Right. So I want to piggyback off of what you just said, because it's one of the greatest dating advices that I've ever heard was something that I say, which is everyone's always like, where do you meet these people? And someone asked me, they're like, if you were in a relationship with a man and you had girls' night and he had boys' night, where would you prefer that he would be going when he's hanging out with the boys? I would prefer, I mean, I don't have a choice because it's his life, right? But I would prefer a guy that wants to go to the golf course instead of the club. I would prefer the guy that wants to go hiking instead of the bar. I would prefer the guy that wants to go.
She's trying to kill us already, Poppy.
Huh?
Tell me some hiking. You went from golf course to hiking. Go ahead. I'm picking with you.
Those are my kind of guys where it's like I go hiking. I like going hiking, and I like a partner that likes that too, especially if I'm in a relationship and I say, hey, I'm going to go hang out with my girl. We're going to get our nails done. He's like, oh, cool. I have plans to go golfing with so-and-so. Like, so the idea or the advice was go where you would prefer like your boyfriend to be at. You'll find him there. And like, yeah, see, and it's so I know what to do. The whole thing my whole comment stemmed from the fact that like I guess I was hit with a wave of like, oh shit, I have these really great examples. And I think it hit me because I was like going on different I was being a guest on different places where I just heard so much like hate and spitefulness and anger that I was like, damn, these are some really, really good men. That's all. I was just like,
and just to
I'm
piggyback,
simping.
Just to piggyback, so me and my wife really started talking ice skating. I'm from Georgia, and I don't ice skate. I'm telling you, it was my first and my last time ice skating. But it's just one of those pictures that if you go somewhere that you normally doesn't go, you're gonna have a whole new demographic of people there.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I'm saying is that go into these places where usually broke people don't go ice skating. So if you don't want somebody broke, I'm not saying that. I like what you said about the golf course because it costs money. Me being a golfer, it costs money to golf. That's not something cheap. So you know that you're not going to have men that are broke there. So like if you start hanging out where the quality of men, all you got to do is then make that move. You make that move, and it happens every time. I see it all the time.
Well, and that's
I agree with that, Emac.
But the thing that women, so I've had a couple of women that like say I went to the golf course and stuff. That doesn't mean they're gonna go up to you like as if it was a bar. There has to be some sort of intro or like a hello or like, oh my God, can you help me? Like something, because it's not as, at least in my experience, it's not as socially acceptable for a guy to come up to you when you're hiking or a guy to come up to you when you're trying to golf. It's more of like, oh, she's trying something. Let me not bother her and be that creepy
right
weirdo.
there. And let me pull, respectfully clap back because I'm on an email thing. You're like it's their problem now, because if you put yourself, like you said, if you go out these different outside your norms and you and people put themselves in these positions to make friendships and bonds, right? But now it's like I hear excuse like Lee said, well, it's the golf course, and I'm like, okay, well, there's times that people are going to lounge around at the golf course, right? And there's times people are going to lounge around and stretch when I climbed, I did hiking to it in Cali, I did hiking to it all up in Atlanta. We got a nice little up there Stone Mountain, all that little hiking area. So I done all that. So, and there's periods of times when I was doing that between the 5 and the 3 mile hike. I conversated to people. I met different, like exactly what E-Man said. I met a different red people, and I did the same thing you did too, E-Man. I went on dates a long time ago, and someone invited me somewhere in Atlanta, and at the blue, they said, "Hey, you want to go ice skating?" I didn't know it was an ice skating ring. It was like outside area, big. I don't know the name of it, but it's kind of famous there. Just be there. And I'm like, heck no, I'm not going ice skating. So I tried it. It was fun. I went through all the different stuff, and I met some other different people, and bam, and there you go.
But I guess go ahead.
I was going to say, like, I can't tell you how many women I talked to, like, a couple years ago when I went to Zion National Park and I did some hiking out there. Like, there's tons of places you stop, people all take pictures, and then you just strike up a conversation, right? That happens naturally. There's workout classes. I've been to a ton of those, and you start talking with people, you connect. You got to be doing, like, some kind of activity that you enjoy, and then you'll find somebody else doing that activity that they enjoy too, and then you have something to bond over, right? Like, going out to a bar to meet somebody. I mean, you can, but like, all right, yeah, you like to have a drink. Okay, well, let's go deeper than that. Let's find something deeper than that. So find some of these activities. Go to an art thing. Go to a workout class. Go hiking. Like you can meet people other places, and everybody I feel like just relies on the bar, and the bar just isn't where it's at. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
The
No,
bar
100%.
is where it's at. Now, I'm gonna push back on this because the bar is where it's at. The bar is for meeting people, not dating people. It's two different things.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. The bar on the men's side, the bar's like, you know what? Let me throw some. If I see them drinks coming in here, I got that energy because Poppy pretty much that's Poppy Deuce. That's their playground. They go up in there in them bars.
But
they coming out smashing. I'm telling you.
I really believe that we got to understand on how to get in other people's networks. Like this is another level. But you can meet somebody at the bar and then try to get into their network. Your husband might be in his network and he might not be your husband. So I'm a big advocate that you go to him. I don't think you should drink, but that's another story. Like just you got to understand that. How am I going to increase the people in my network? Because when I increase the people in my network, if I'm in sales, so I'm looking at it from a business point of view. But once I start getting into that person's sales phone, trying to see who they know, it's a whole nother people. Like you might meet a guy at the bar, y'all start talking about golf, and he said, "Hey, I got a couple of friends that golf. You mind dropping us in a group chat that I get asked them next time they go golf because I'm trying to find some new people to golf with." It's about communicating what you're looking for and being able to move through. This is like I said in sales, we move through people. Like if you're not outside a relationship, if you don't have what I need, I'm moving through you, and then I might be talking to your cousin or your sister because different ones are getting me, and that's a form of networking that really works in my opinion.
You probably you had something. Sorry, you got your mouth full.
Oh my God, that looks so good. Can we see that?
You got his mouth full. I'll get that close up 1 second.
It's just a chicken enchilada bake. Stacy, how was it?
It was very good.
Okay.
Curse you, Stacy!
I didn't even see you in the shadows.
Yeah, no, I agree with what E's saying there, that it's a good place. You can meet people there, but let's take it the next step, right? That's not the end all be all. Like, let's go somewhere else with it. For me, I guess I would just cut, like, it was easier just to cut to the chase of the activities. But yeah, that's a fine place to, start a conversation with somebody, but don't let that be the end all be all of meeting somebody, right?
Yeah, because I'm with E-Man on that one. Pretty much, I golf would have been the last thing at my thought process. And I'll give you an example too, E-Man. Just socializing. I moved from Jersey, right? Came to Georgia first, and then I migrated a little bit up in Alabama. That's pretty much my birthplace, right? So acclimating up to here, I'm like, dang, where to go? Because I grind for the first year, and my first thought was like, well, my mom always did road trips. So I said, well, I want to do that. So then I was mapping out places. So I went to the long car, went all the way up to the Panama City Beach, roamed around there for a minute, had some seafood, then roamed around. Then I took off and went up to up in Stone Mountain, hung out with my homeboy, and then kind of catered there for a minute. And then network a little bit there. When I mean network, just hang out with friends, friends of friends, stuff like that, right? And during those journeys, like doing that, whether you're on the beach and such, I met some interesting people. If it just happened to be somebody might be laughing next to me, a funny joke, I engage in conversation, or somebody else, something might happen. And then later on, when I got where I'm at now, okay, then here we go. Information with Facebook. I'm like on they got events, little places like that. Now I'm like, okay, well, what's in my neighborhood that might be fun and exciting? Currently now they had like a little crawfish thing they did, like, during the summer. So they was promoting that. So I went over there for their New Year's Eve little bash, like down the road. Like once I just left out, I think it was before stream. I left out and went to the store, and I hear this loud bumping music, and I was like, what is that? Next thing you know, it's like they having their own little New Year's Eve little bash at that little block area. So it's like, do I go there and engage, or do I just go home? You know what I'm saying? So it's those little things like that E-Man's right about that scenario. You kind of got to step out your box, you know what I'm saying, with that type of space.
And tomorrow's stream is going to talk about stepping outside your box, because it's going to talk about find comfort in discomfort. You're going to have to go outside your comfort zone to find bigger things and to elevate yourself to the next level. So
there you go.
Selfish plug, but that's tomorrow's stream.
And I would definitely say this too. Find a way to add value to people instead of trying to extract something from someone. Because the great thing about it is, I believe I was adding value to one of my business partners, right? Like I was giving him value. And when he started introducing me to his network of people, it was because I was valuable to him, not just I was a leech from him. So many people won't actually introduce you to their network is because they think you're there to use them, not to add to them. So I definitely want to say that. But appreciate you, brother, for having me on. I told my nephew we're gonna spend some time together, so I have to get off this live. But I will be in the chats. I'll tell y'all guys have a great day, and make sure you like and subscribe to my man Great Pill podcast, brother.
There you go, man. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Look at that. He ain't have nobody cut him off. He ain't have Mandrill to yell and scream at him. I told him he'll like it over here. Yeah. So, what's your thoughts, Deuce?
Your hobbies, when you're looking for a certain type of person, bars and very like the normal social haunts aren't really the best place to find. It's great to find people and find conversation if you want to be social, but as far as like looking for quality individuals and stuff like that, you gotta search for them in the activities that you respect and the things that you like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I find that the quality of people that I meet within like the martial arts community, jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, are usually kind of my kind of people.
Yeah.
Same thing with well, actually, really, that's really it. That's all I really do right about now.
Yeah, but if you had to recommend for somebody else, though,
if I had to recommend for somebody else, it's just like what are your hobbies, right?
Yeah.
Find people that you find, you could church. I'm not really a religious person, but you could look for church. You could look for people within like the, if you like to do yoga community, hiking community, or hiking groups. There are traveling groups. I've met some really good people in traveling groups. I'm in a couple of forums, like Black People Travel forums or whatever, where people are like, "Hey, I just went to Mexico. Hey, I'm going to Mexico. Does anybody want to come?" And then like the group will link up and they'll meet at like a locale and stuff like that. It's I think that's what it is. When you go to these networking events and when you go to these like bars and parties and club scenes, you attract a certain kind of person. Don't get me wrong, there are good people that go to those scenes, but it also attracts the people that you don't want to be around. So where do those people, the people you don't want to go around, where do they not go? And that's when you kind of got to like separate it. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you have to really go to other venues, more calmer venues, especially as we get older, you start to see like, you judge a person that's 30 something years old that still wants to go to the club every weekend. Like if it's like, hey, I haven't been to the club in 2 months, I want to go. That's fine. It's once in a blue. But hey, you in your mid 30s and you trying to go to the club and party with 25-year-olds every weekend.
Say that again one more time.
Hang out with 25-year-olds every weekend.
I fit the bill. What are you talking about? I hadn't been out in 2 months and I went out for my birthday. Can I help you, husband?
It was a special occasion, but it's not like I'm turning up I know we had this conversation actually last night at a hookah bar. It's some people that's like mid 30s. You trying to turn up and get drunk every Friday and Saturday. My body can't handle that anymore.
Yeah.
That's
the part I don't get, because I do not drink, I do not do drugs, and my body is still in the morning. I feel like I got hit by a bus, and then I imagine everybody else has been partying the night before. I'm like, how? And then they get up and they do like Sunday brunch and Sunday fun day, and I'm like, how?
You know what I'm saying? But that's where I think the vetting process comes in, because you especially when you're talking to people, you're vetting people. Like, what do you like to do on the weekends? Another thing, if you're dating and you meet a guy that has kids, ask about his kids. A big red flag should be, if you're looking for a family-oriented man, and this man, you get of a certain age, you're obviously gonna only meet people that have kids, right? Ask this man about his kids. When the last time he saw his kids? When the last time he hung out with his kids? Does he talk about
every day?
I've
Every
done that
day.
one.
That's a good question too. See,
I've
that's a
done
good
that.
answer, Poppy.
Yeah, because I've done that one, and I've had guys respond with like, "Oh, she's with her baby mama," or "Oh, he's with," like something like that. But I've also had men that said, "I was with her today. She's with her mom right now." I'm like,
yeah, if a dude instantly, like you see how Poppy just said it instantly. If you got a dude
Yep.
like that saying that, he about his kid. Like it was
Yeah.
a friend of mine. She was so like
big green flag.
Yeah.
Green flag.
I asked her questions like that when she was saying some stuff. I had more questions. I couldn't get real answers, and I asked her that same question. So where's his kid at? Oh well, he in New York, and I traveled there an hour. Where's the kid at though? Well, he left from her and the kids in another state over, and it's
Okay,
that
now.
third. Go
Time
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
Time out. Because if we're gonna go down this hole is a lot of baby mamas taking kids away from these guys. Okay, let's make that clear.
Mm-hmm.
The core system is so messed up in favor of the women so much that most of the like I was looking this number the other day, 88% of the population, out of 100%, 88 they give custody to the women off the rip. The only way the woman doesn't have custody if she's a prostitute or she's a drug addict, and they have to catch her because it's a lot of drug addicts that still got their kids actually. So when the women take the kid, she's they will and she decide, like, for example, let's say I live in California. Obviously, I met the mother of my kid in California, right? And she'd be like, "Yo, I'm out of here. I'm going to Florida." There is nothing I could do about it, fam.
Then
She got custody.
whoa, time, because I've been down that rabbit hole legally, and I have like a shoebox full of this. Now, granted, if the kid over, because like you said, we're down the rabbit hole now, so we literally just shift the goalpost. So I'm fine with the conversation. So, let's say, for example, man, me and Stacey had a baby together. I'm throwing you on the bus, Stacey. I'm making you relevant in this conversation.
You take my man.
Do you have a rebuttal for that?
Wow. I trusted you.
Yeah, I'm making her part of the conversation. I'll make her part of the conversation. Now, me and her in the same state, right? And we have a kid together, right, Poppy? And out the blue, she decides she want to take off and leave. Then it's our responsibility, number one, and then at the same time, it's my responsibility because legally she just can't jump ship like that. Now she might move.
Absolutely, she can. She got custody.
She can't.
No,
my friend is going through it.
Hold on.
My friend is going through it right now.
I went through it.
Hi.
I got court papers.
You guys are both right. It's you're this is, let me interject just because it's gonna, what Poppy's specifically talking about is there's a lot of cases where women get full custody and the guy is shit out of luck. In those cases,
because the father's not doing his part.
Let me finish.
It's not that, buddy.
Let me finish, both of you guys. Let me finish. It could be that, it could be not that. I've seen both sides, guys that are doing their part and get screwed over, and I've seen guys that aren't doing their part and get custody taken away. The primary focus is that if she has full custody, she can leave the state without notifying or anything.
Yeah, but how does she get full custody? That's the
right. But I'm saying on both sides. You know me, that I'm like, I see guys that are assholes. My dad was a shitty dad, right? But he loved me, but he was not very good at it. My mom had full custody.
Yeah, but how? It's levels to this, though.
No, in state of California.
If the woman showed to court, she get custody, didn't it off automatically, bro. That's how it works.
It's not entirely like that, but most cases, like for example, I've used my example before of my friend that had been hit by the baby mama, and instead she called the cops on him saying, "Oh, he hit me." When they get there, what they do is a female cop put him behind handcuffs. He goes to court. It's a female judge. It's a female prosecutor. It's a female cop, a female that says that she's been hit. He got screwed, and he didn't.
Bingo.
So I'm just saying, I know I'm making your point. I'm making both of your guys' points because there's good dads, there's shitty dads. There's no reason to argue the semantics of it when the point is that it is possible to take a child without notifying you if they have full custody. That's the bottom line of it. Okay. You guys are just arguing semantics, and there's both sides. There's shitty moms too, and there's phenomenal moms.
Stacey just unmuted, so hold on. Let her get a second. Go ahead, Stacey.
I was just saying that real life in Wisconsin, I have full custody, 100% placement, and I can't legally move within or outside of a 5-hour radius of her dad.
Thank you.
So even with full custody and even with full arrange, like I can't pick up and leave the state. I'm stuck.
Now, can I add a conversation?
Okay, that might be in Wisconsin, but where I'm at right now, I got a couple of friends going through that drama right now. They girls got up and first of all, they show up to court. Once they show up to court, they automatically give them custody, right? And the father get visitation. You see what I'm saying? So this is what the court do. The court always defend the women for free. And the guy, if me and Minka have a baby, I have to go get a paid lawyer. Minka get defended by the court. That's how it works, bro. No, that's how it works, man. No. And they go to court. She get custody, right? And then if I even want to get 50-50, I have to spend $10,000, $20,000 on a goddamn lawyer most of the time, right? Because obviously I don't know the law. It's a lot of loopholes on the law. So that's why a lot of guys just sit back and be like, yo, just hit me with a child support. I got to pay either way. I might as well just save this money. And I know a lot of guys that go through this, bro. I know a lot of guys that go through this.
Both my parents were provided attorneys during my court case.
Well,
so the women go to court, right? Hold on, let me finish, please. The women go to court. She like they're gonna do. I forgot. Like they're gonna do like I forgot the name of it. They're gonna say where the baby spend most of the time. Obviously with the mom, obviously, right? And let's say if I'm giving Minka money, cash, right? Minka can turn around and lie and say, hey, he ain't give me nothing. So they're going to turn around and hit me with bad child support.
Semantics.
It's just,
again, yo, you got it, bro. You got it.
Oh,
I'm telling you what I know.
That part, listen to what I'm saying. Stop. I'm just saying. The part you're saying, you right there, I'm not disagreeing with you. If you're saying what you're saying in your state, right? I'm not going to knock the state because I don't live in that state. I'm saying at that moment you just said you skipped the beat because there's steps to this. That's the only part I'm saying. Like, for example, if it's just your state, I'm not going to argue your state. But I'm saying New York, Jersey. She mentioned one was California. One is Wisconsin. Another one's Florida because I knew somebody I dated. She just said the same thing that they said. It's a certain distance. She got full custody, but she cannot leave that state. Because me and her had these conversations like, hey, she would love to move out the state. She would love to relocate. She can't because of that legal hold right there. And she got full custody. Now, the only caveat to that guy, and I'm not saying that he did it, but this is me. Unless that dude actually showed you court papers to verbally prove that, I know a lot of men that actually sign off their parental rights to the women. That's another main way for the woman to say, hey, you know what? I can leave outside the state.
And let's sorry.
I think you're using the wrong name, parental rights, when you're kind of denouncing the baby, like you don't want to be the father no more. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I don't think you're using the correct.
No, wait, I think it's just different. It's just different. I think it's just different. And I think that we're moving away from the point because at the end of it, what we were initially talking about were red flags. And Poppy, what you're talking about are fathers that are saying, this is where I'm at with my kid. I want my kid. I'm having issues. That's a green flag. That's a father that loves their child, that wants their child. We're talking about red flags when the person is like, oh, I don't, the last time I saw them, they're like, yeah, I see them for their birthdays and stuff. And we have a cool relationship. He comes to visit me every once in a while. That's a father that's not really like involved in their child's life and doesn't seem like they want to be involved. That's a red flag. That's what we were originally talking about. The rest of this stuff, what we're talking about now, is
a side conversation.
That
was a side
but what I was trying to tell you, Mika, is sometimes don't just disqualify the man because of that, because you wouldn't know the bad story. She probably was an evil piece of crap.
But that's why I also.
Or maybe he's a piece of crap himself too. Who knows?
But that's why I gave the example of my friend. When he explained to me what happened with his kid, I understand perfectly why he does not like women, why he does not trust women.
Hold on, let me pause right here because she's come from Black Men Unfiltered and it was a topic there. Miss Creative, no, it's not a. It was a side conversation me and Poppy had, and that's pretty much was 5 minutes. All right. Trust me, the conversation we have over here is not going to go everybody yelling over each other. So we're good. So
and I think these conversations is just it's broadening the spectrum because so many other platforms really just say, "Oh, all men they don't care about their kids," or "All women take their kids away." We're talking about the
And that
gray
pissed
area.
me off
You
right
guys,
there, yo. They
right?
automatically.
But they do that. But you're explaining we both of you guys are explaining. All three of you, everyone here is explaining all the different variations of it, which is important for people to know.
Yeah. So the point is, let's not beat it with a dead horse. Back to the red flags.
Boom.
Deuce, what you got?
I'll tell you this, Poppy. You're a green flag. You're a motherfucking green flag. You're with your baby all the time, and I admire the fuck out of that.
Yeah, that's my ride or die right there. They my heart.
Green flag. I rest my case.
Thank you for circling that back around because I was gonna say something, but then like, all right, you brought us back to where we needed to be. So, in dating,
welcome to the Great Pet Podcast.
That's one of the things that you want to look for if you're vetting a man. So especially if you're vetting a man that already has children, like how involved is he as a parent? Yeah. I'm done.
I believe like the number one thing you should be looking for is how is this man's relationship with his goddamn mother? That tells you a whole lot.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Actually does. Actually does.
I say that.
That's that Freudian logic, and I'm not really like subscriber to that. Like okay.
I do.
A lot of people don't have good. A lot of people, moms don't. It's not that cool. A lot of people don't have good relationships.
But it depends on it. For me, I'll tell you this.
Hey, yes, creative. I don't know if you've seen our other channels with
hell yeah.
If you've seen Miss Pharmacist Tish from Pharmacist channel and her homegirl, her business partner over there, they've been on here. We had other people on here, and not to try to be low key because now I'm gonna be petty. I'm gonna be polite. Take your time out, look for the channel. Yes, we bring in everybody over here. You're more than welcome. If you want the link, I could drop the link for you, and you're more than welcome to jump on
drop
in.
the link for her
and say hello to your boy Deuce. Go ahead, Deuce. Why you licking them lips?
I don't know if you remember me, man. I don't got the full beard.
Look at that smile.
Look at that. Deuce calling for you.
You don't call me full. You know, I'm not full beard no more.
There you go. He's on Black Man. I'll drop the link for you, creative. If you're more than welcome, you want to come on.
What I was gonna say was that
I think, hey, you know what I take away from this?
What's that?
And this is something I've advocated for numerous times, and just my life experience, and everybody else's mileage may vary, but it's not actually the biggest decision is not who you marry. It's who you have children with. That's actually the biggest decision you'll ever make in your life, because marriages end all the time, but your child will always be your child, right? So be very, very careful with that. Like, you know, I had a previous marriage where we didn't have children, and we ended our marriage and walked our separate ways and never talked again, right? But then I got married on a second time and had children. That person's a part of my life forever. And luckily, we have a very good co-parenting situation where we work it out, and we're, you know, partners in co-raising our children, and it gets along very well. But I got lucky in the fact that I vetted that person. Well, I shouldn't say I got lucky, but I vetted that person very well and understood what their morals and values were. And just despite our marriage not working out, we can still co-parent and go towards the same goal of raising good, productive children, right? So that's the ultimate, my takeaway from this whole conversation is, yes, it's very important. Lucy, don't steal my Twizzler. Can't let your puppy steal your candy. That's another good takeaway. But more like, I know marriage is a big deal, but having children is an even bigger deal. So vet that out properly.
That's actually what we talked. When I went on the thing yesterday, like people kept on saying that I was picky, but that's what I base my dating off of. Do I think like after dating a person, I don't think, oh, could I marry this person? I think, would this person raise children with me the way that I would want my children to be raised? And that's why I haven't picked, because I haven't found that yet. And it's like, God damn it, I was going to say something else. I can't forget. That's all.
I got you.
She's suffering from.
You were saying?
Oh my god, I love this.
Okay, I appreciate
Do
you.
we have dead air? Dead air? Do I need to do a dance or something?
a little jig. A little jig.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
I almost spit my drink out. I had to
Okay.
control myself.
I remembered. So the back to the mom thing, which is why I do think that that's a significant thing. I don't have a problem when guys have issues with their mom. What I have an issue is if they think they don't have issues with their mom. Like if they think like, oh, I don't care about that. That doesn't bother me. It's more of like there was one guy that we were laughing because I told him I'm like one red flag I look for. This is on the first date. I'm like guys that hate. I'm like describing guys that hate their mom, and he's like, oh, okay, yeah, I don't hate my mom. Blah 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 blah. 10 minutes later, we start talking about his mom. He's like, I'm like, you hate your mom? He's like, yeah, I fucking hate my mom. and
Wow.
like he started going into stuff that like she had done, and he's like, but I'm not mad at her. It's just I don't want her in my life because she's too hurtful, and I got a lot of good shit going where it's like I had to take her out of my life because she wasn't being a mom. I fuck with that because that means like you're looking at it, you've learned from it. It's not something that's holding you back. What I have an issue with is when there's an unhealthy relationship. Like I've had an unhealthy relationship with my mom where she would call and I'd immediately pick up. Did not matter what was happening, if I was on a date, whatever. And that's like my Hispanic culture, right? But growing up, I've had to like tone it down where it's like, Mom, I cannot call you, but if you call me if you call me and text me and you tell me it's an emergency, of course I'll answer. There's just like little things I think that the family does influence when you're dating, and it's a part of vetting. Just
Yeah,
like
but, to a degree, though. To a degree, though, because at the
Yeah.
end of the day, you're grown. Your parents should not be involved in your major decisions. If you need an vet, let's say for female to guys, let me get the dad, let me get the uncle to do the vetting process. He had recommended he will vet your men for you if you need him to vet your men. So he threw that out there in the chat. And then another one, Miss Creative said, men with mama issues will not treat you the best. I would like to know what you mean by mama issues, but and I'll throw myself on the bus. Me and my mom don't get along. I love her. If something happened, I've done it many times. I will take off and drive to her, but we're not friends.
and that's family. You know what I mean? It's just
we're family, but we're not friends.
right. But you and I will call you out on this. We've had the discussions and you have worked through that to be your own person and not let that affect you so much.
Exactly.
And that's the difference. There's a lot of people out here, not just men, but also women, that like those relationships are still binding. There's still an issue and they come into your life. So I'm not saying that she's influencing my life. I'm saying that if I had it before where it's like, let's say you and I are on at a wedding, right? That's important. We're at a friend's wedding. It's the middle of the ceremony. My Mexican ass, if that phone rings and it's my mother, I would have stopped and I would have been like, hey, is everything okay? I don't care.
What I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. That's the differences. And I'm trying to like, we're touching bases with just her. I wouldn't.
Yeah. And that's the part where I had to stop and not do that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like if my man Angela's not getting along with his mom, you gotta do whatever it takes to fix that, bro. Like you gotta move earth and the sun and the move and everything. It's your job.
It's not my job,
to get along with your mom.
It's not my
job.
You're
the son. You're the son. You're the son. You're the son.
No, but
you're the son.
Poppy, that's your culture.
Thanks to them, you here. That's how that works.
I think we did a conversation, not a topic before when we was talking about I think Deuce, and he can quote me if I misquote him. He said about parents don't owe you shit, something like that, where it's like we was talking about incomes or something like that, finances, right? So it's like, for example, let's say your parents had you and you're coming up and they're supposed to not just vet, like, let's get the steps out the way. They vet each other properly, either the two parents or one parent, but they decide to have a kid, right? Now, they didn't put the necessary plans and actions to put finances and the right parenting tools for the kid. Kid still comes out a decent kid. But at the end of the day, the kid, with respect to the parents, yes, you brought the kid up. yes, if mom's in the hospital, something happened, I got you. But at the end of the day, it still goes respect back and forth. This is my stance on it. It's still respect back and forth. Like, for example, nobody's just gonna come to my house, just be coming to my house. That's number one. Nobody's just not knocking my door and demand a key to my house. Nobody's not gonna come in my house and tell me who I should date, how I should date, what I should be doing in my house. And I'm just giving mild examples. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give another one. Nobody's not gonna, let's say, for example, and this is something just random. If I happen to park my car to your car I come over, pull at Poppy's place, and I'm not gonna expect nobody just randomly and just take pictures of my vehicle, take pictures of my plates, and gossip about it, through the grapevine. You know what I'm saying? To me, whether you're my homeboy, friend, and family, to me, that's toxic behavior. And real talk, parents do influence kids in a way, whether they like it or not, good or bad. So when you raise your kids, your intentions to raise your kids is, number one, legacy. Number two, it's supposed to be, hey, be your own individual. We want our children, and I'm sure you do, you want your children to be better than you, right? So if I want my kids to be better than me, that means he or she got to have their own mind. So I gave all the tools I can. I gave all the financial guidance I can give. I had some money saved. I think that's what we talked about before with Deuce and Primo was mentioned earlier. You get all them accolades out for the children. All right, I did everything I could. Now let me watch them grow. Now, if they need help or bump down the road, me as a father, I got them. You know what I'm saying? But but if they start doing some crazy stuff, like, hey, let me delete people and blank up stores and get locked up, some knucklehead stuff, I can't help you. But on the reverse for my child, for the reverse for my mom, it's the same thing. If you're in a hospital, you're sick, I got you. If you're calling me and it's like, hey, this was going on, hey, I got you. But if it's anybody in my space with negativity or drama, I can't do anything for you.
When you talk about anybody, talk about your mother.
Right, but I will tell you this, is that I'm in the same boat. I grew up the same way that you did, Poppy, meaning like family is everything. You put respect on your mother, you have the relationship, and I'll tell you this, is that like I have a different opinion, is that I grew up with my mom. She did everything for me. That woman is the reason I am the person that I am today, and I owe her everything. Am I working on the relationship? Absolutely. But do I have boundaries now? Absolutely. Do I tell her about my business, who I'm dating, what I do for work? No, I don't, because she does. There has to be some sort of separation there. But my mother's my biggest advocate, my biggest person. I'm there for her no matter what. When it comes to my father, who also brought me into this world, who also taught me how to cook, he loved me, he nurtured me, he was definitely dad, right? He was not there anywhere near as much as my mom. And because of that, there is a strain on the relationship where he has tried to influence or put his opinion or do certain things where I cannot allow that. It's not the same, nowhere near the same. My mom, I'm there for 110%. My dad, I'm not there for 110%. However, if he's in the hospital or something happens, I am always there. I think it comes to each person, how they were raised, what they want for their lives, and everyone, it's just like dating. Everyone has a different preference. You know what I mean? We just got to accept that we all have different preferences. There's no right or wrong. Yeah. Just because, you know what
Actually,
I mean?
it is right or wrong.
For you.
It is. It is.
For you.
Now, in life, if your parents raise you, you might not agree that you didn't get, because we live in a society today that we live in a soft society, bro. That's what it is.
All right.
That everybody
story. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, soft is real soft, right? Yeah. Because everybody want attention. Now you got all these kids in schools talking bad about their parents, this and that. Well, if your parents raised you, feed you, got you through life from age or 0 to most kids, at what age most kids live home? About 20, maybe? You got to give one to like 20. because that's when they still got a couple years in college and
Most
stuff
moms
like
and
that.
dad kick their kids out at 18 or 17 or 15.
I love to do
Most
this.
kids don't live at 8. Most kids don't live at 18, bro. Like most kids can still be at home because that's when college start and they don't got bread.
Most
Yeah,
kids go to
so
college.
unless they go to college out of town, you got me. But like if they ain't if they ain't in town, most of the time they're gonna stay home. And the parent wanted to stay home so they can save some money, so they can start buying the little car and buy and I say 20. I'm gonna say 20.
Right. What's
Right?
your
If your parents got you,
I'm sorry. No, go ahead, bro. I
your
was trying
parent,
to
if your parent got you from 0 to 20, feed you, clothe you, give you a house, teach you morals and stuff like that, you pretty much own your parents the ultimate respect. And whatever they say to you, you you shouldn't be taking it like they don't love you, son, like that. You shouldn't be taking, oh, we don't have the best relationship. That's kind of crazy to me. That's your parent. You supposed, especially your mom. The bond between a mother and a son is a special bond. You see what I'm saying? The same bond that a father to a daughter. You see, opposite sex attract. That's why you see little girls always attach themselves more to the mom, to the father, and the little son always attach themselves to the mother. You see that from the beginning, because women and women they clash. Men and men we clash. You see what I'm saying? So I don't, especially people that look like me. I don't like to hear when they be like, yo, I don't get along with my mom. Yeah, I love her, but I mean, yo, because at the end of the day, man, that's all we got, son. And we, even if she was wrong, that's still your mom. That's how it is. She's your master in a way. You have to obey by her rules. It don't matter. You 40 years
you don't
old.
have to
It's your
obey your
mom.
mama's rules. Sometimes your mom's gonna be
No,
wrong.
you have to obey your mom, bro.
No, I don't. No, don't tell
You
me.
have to obey your mother,
Tell me
bro.
who I have to listen to, Poppy. No. So, because some of the most toxic people in your life, unfortunately for some people, will be your family members. I'm sorry to break it to you like that, but there are. What if your mama?
What are the acts that happening?
It happens often enough where people you can't just have blind allegiance to anybody. What if a dad?
No, what I'm asking you is one question though: is the majority or the minority?
You just said you have to, Pop. You just said you have to. You're putting an absolute on it. That's not the case. What if a dad answer me this? What if a dad is touching his daughter?
Come on, man. That's the stream, bro. Like come on. Of course, nobody gonna agree with that. Nobody gonna get down with that.
You have to. You see, that's the thing. You have
There's
to be
also really bad moms sometimes.
Yeah, but I'm not counting on that, bro. Like that, obviously, nobody on planet Earth with a working brain would be down with that.
That becomes a problem too because you're not counting. He just said absolute. So when you come out your mouth and say with a straight face like you have to, other people saying you don't have to do anything, especially if you got.
We talk about mother. I don't even say no about a father.
There's a
mother.
Thing. Yeah, but there's a thing called bad mothers. There's a thing called toxic mothers.
Oh, it is.
Okay, so that's the point we're making. So
still your mother, though.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, go ahead, Deuce.
Yeah, but still your mother, though.
Go ahead, Deuce. Go ahead.
Your relationship with your mother. You got to do whatever it takes.
All right,
Poppy. I'm not gonna try to change your mind, man. Like, listen, that's your culture, and y'all you come from a culture of like your parents are like your parents unconditionally, right? That's how you live your life. That's how you was raised. That's your cultural foundation. Not gonna change your mind, bro. Everybody, you can't judge other people for coming from like having a different perspective on that. And you've moved the goalpost a couple times because you spoke in an absolute in the beginning, and then in the second time you brought it up, you gave conditions. You were like, hey, if your parents brought you up, your parents raised you, your parents got you to where you are today, you owe them eternal gratitude and respect. I agree with you on that point. But the first and the third time that you brought it up, you were speaking in absolutes, like, oh, it doesn't matter what they do. And that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Because there are people that are non-existent parents. There are bad parents. You know what I'm saying? So
did I say it doesn't matter what they do?
Yeah, you did.
Did I say it?
You did.
Yeah.
Okay, if I say that, then that's my fault. But despite the bad stuff, like what Primo brought up, obviously nobody gonna rock with that. So, okay, you got me. I was wrong for saying that. But what I'm trying to say, the majority, if it is something fixable, you do as a son, you do whatever it takes for your mother to be good, for your father to be good. Because if we start thinking like this, if we start thinking like this, when your mama get old, People don't have no problem putting their mama in the goddamn how you call those nursing homes. I would never put my mama would be living with me in my living room if I put her on the goddamn nursing home.
But you know something?
You see
At
what I'm
least they
saying?
put them in a nursing home, because let me tell you something. There's some people that have zero affinity for their parents whatsoever, and they won't even care what happens to their parents. Like
That's
they get
fine.
a call, like, hey, your mom is in the hospital. They hang up. They be like, yo, I don't care. Hang up.
And I think that's where Poppy is getting like upset because I can understand him being from a Hispanic culture. And one of the key things that you said, Poppy, that I want to focus on is if they raised you, if they were there for you, they brought you up, they made you who you are. I can get behind that because there's a lot of people that are like, whatever. But what?
Miss
Oh, I
Cruz got
see
a question for Deuce. That Deuce, why'd you cut that beautiful beard? Question mark. Sad face.
I had to cut it for work. I had to go
Cool.
back.
Hey, second question. I'm gonna let you get this one. This one for you, Stacey. I'll let you answer this one since the lady of the house is there. The question is Primal. Hey, you on a date? Question mark. Why you streaming? Question mark. Go set
Stacey
up a
be streaming with
candlelight
us.
dinner with
Stacey's
roses for your lady.
family.
You with us. You one of us. One of the tribe.
Stacy is a part of this tribe.
Let Stacey answer the question that's brought.
Oh, sorry.
I'm always lingering and kind of creeping in the background. So it's not the first time. I already had
hey, Stacy,
I already had my candlelight dinner though.
Okay.
Look, see candles. I see the candle right there.
I know. I love it. It makes me so happy. It's the thing that I was gonna say is that like that's why I gave the example of my mom and my dad. My mom is the one that raised me. My mom is the one that provided. She did everything for me. I feel like I owe that woman, no matter what our relationship looks like, even if I have to put boundaries. There's been times where she's cut me off because we argue too much, because woman on woman, right? And she'll be like, it's fine. Yes. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And it got to a point one time where she kept saying, we're just not going to talk about it, because she didn't want to have confrontation. I told her, I'm like, we're going to talk about this, because if we don't talk about this and you keep pushing me away, what you don't want to happen, where we're old and we don't talk to each other anymore, is going to happen. So instead, we're going to fight about it, and then we're going to make up. And then that's what we did. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying. It's just being conscious.
Can I ask you something, Minka?
Not everybody has that parent that really cared and loved them. Yeah.
Can I ask you something?
Ooh, sorry.
Do you ever get the story what happened from your father?
What do you mean the story? What happened to my father?
Like you say he wasn't a good daddy, right?
He loved me. He was a good dad. He tried to be, but he couldn't. He just had issues.
Okay. Did you ever get the story what happened from his mouth, not from your mama's house, from his mouth?
Oh, I was there. My dad introduced me to his girlfriend at a baseball game to go see the Dodgers.
Yeah, she mentioned this already.
When they were still married, and I went and told Mom, "Hey, Dad introduced me to."
He introduced you to who?
His girlfriend.
His girl. And he was with your mom.
You was here when we had that stream where she said that.
So my dad had a drinking problem, which he passed on to me, which is why I don't drink. And so like, and this is the issue, is that like for a long time I was mad. I was mad at Dad. Like, why didn't he love me? Why didn't he blah, 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 right? It wasn't until I got older and I did the work that I realized, I looked at my dad. He doesn't defend himself. He doesn't take care of himself. He doesn't really talk to the rest of the family. He has a lot of guilt and shame. And I'm like, I'm looking at this dude to provide all these X's and Y's to be a father when he can't do that himself. So when I looked at him as a person and saw that he did do what he could, my dad really did love me. He just had issues. And now we have a better relationship since he's gotten help. But it took me looking at him as a human being and not faulting him for that, but also accepting that he wasn't the dad that I needed him to be. My mother was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where
the reason I ask you is because most of the time, the kids get the story from their mama why their father left. So the kid grow up kind of with the idea of hating the father, but half of the time the mother be lying to them kids because they resent the guy for living with the side joints, or they got cheated on, or whatever. So now the kid grew up 20 years later, the kid's 25, 27. That's the kids that you hear all the time. Oh, I hate my daddy. But they only get decided for one side.
But dude, that whole little
conversation
you just said, she just answered that when Susan
no, I know.
asked. Oh, go ahead.
Let me answer it. It's
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about that's why
I
usually
understand.
happens in the street.
But
I'm not talking about Minka no more. I'm talking in
I
general.
know. But we are talking in general. It is both
Yeah.
sides. We always talk about it's mostly men, it's mostly women. They're shitty people. There's shitty dads, there's shitty moms, there's shitty people in general, and that does absolutely happen 100%. And probably even fewer men. I haven't heard as many men saying your mom was this and that, the other way on the opposite spectrum, right? But at the end of the day, like I will tell you from my experience, I love and this is why I have so much fucking respect for this woman. Not only did she raise me up like a G, she put me in fencing and bowling and all this shit. She was always there at every recital, at everything as a single mother. And remember, I'm first generation, so she came here later on in life, right? Not only that, but like in her dating, she didn't bring guys home. She hardly ever dated. And if she ever did, she had a 5-year rule that even if you were a male or a person that was a friend, she had to have known you for 5 years for her to introduce you to me. That was number one. Number two was during that time of the divorce and everything that was happening, she had me there. And a lot of people may disagree with this, but I really appreciate it. She had me there when the phone call was there and I told dad, hey, you're picking me up from school today at 6, right? And he'd be like, yeah. And at 3. I'd be at school until 6 p.m. still not being picked up and waiting for someone to pick me up, having to call my mom. So it wasn't like I was getting stories ever. She made it very clear that I'm never going to take you away from your dad. And in fact, took child support only when he wasn't seeing me to force him to see me. So I was witnessing and I was there for the court cases. I was there for the phone calls. I was there when I called him. She never did that to me. And that's why I have so much admiration and respect for her, because she never did that. And it is a rarity, 100%. But if more people were to do that, I think we'd have fewer problems because I can respect both sides. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because now in society, what society have done is just pretty much demonize men about anything we do. We ain't shit. We deadbeat baby daddies. And the crazy part is, obviously it's going to be deadbeat baby daddies out there. I don't deny that. But listen, like I say, I got a lot of homies and associates in every city that I go to, whatever. And let's say I got 100 homies with kids. 99 of them are good fathers. You see what I'm saying? But if you let their baby mama tell the story, let's say the baby mama asked for extra $200-$300 per month for whatever activity they created in their head. They say no. What these women do? Go on Instagram. Oh, he ain't shit. I'm doing it by myself. But they forgot the past 5-7 years, this man be pumping money into their purses.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the conversation, like you're having a conversation like we're all disagreeing with you. And I think Minka said it best. There's shitty moms and there's shitty dads on both sides.
I never say nobody disagreeing though.
I know we're agreeing with you. We're agreeing with you, but like you're bringing it up like we was debating it. Like we know there's shitty moms. We know there's okay.
I'm just clarifying right for everybody that's listening. That's all.
Okay.
You want to talk? Like we can talk backstage. You know what I'm saying? You going through something right now? Want to talk?
Why did you even get here? I'm confused. I get some chicken enchilada bake, and I come back, and we're talking about toxic moms and toxic dads. What the hell happened here? Without me just going off the rails. We're going off.
Yeah, no, it didn't go off the rail. It's better. It's better than the goddamn retarded guy messing with the siren lady. You want to talk about that? Let's do it then. Shit. Hey, let's react to it. Let's react to the siren fucker.
Yeah. On the real, like legitimately, like this is why I love this shit and why I said it on my birthday that like this podcast has genuinely saved my soul when it came to like the shit that I was going through, because these are the conversations that I enjoy. These are
this have burning desire. Yeah. But shout out to Deuce though.
I gotta go, guys.
Miss Creative said, Deuce, are you in the military?
Something like that.
Oh, shooting her shot. I hear you.
Secret Service. Just tell them.
I don't got, you know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing in the emails or nothing.
Oh!
You got to tell on your Instagram, dog. Come on, man, you slacking.
She found them over here. She can find some. She can keep looking. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that mic drop right there. Boom.
No, but yeah, like yo, actually, this is the type of stuff we should be talking about it a little bit more. Actually, yo, to bring awareness to this thing, yo, because this is actually that's affecting society. You know, this goddamn guy, smashing his iPhone 13.
Yeah, there's my favorite troll, Zone 559. Appreciate you, man.
I live on the edge, man. I'm open flames. There's scotch next to it. You never know. I live on the edge.
Yeah, I got a lot.
Yeah,
I'm
you
feeling
said-
that kitty with the middle. The kitty with the
Primal?
middle. No, he was on responded to Zone 559. He said,
No,
"Do
he
you
got
have
the scotch. I got the scotch going. He got the scotch going. I'm just trying to see what my man drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What's going on? What's up to you, Mandrill? Shout out to you. And
what that message means,
Griff said again,
Angelus?
what's going on? Oh, you talking about Zone
You're-
559?
Yeah. Who
Oh,
got
he was
flame?
just on. Oh no, he's talking about Primal because he got the little candlelight and stuff like that. So he's like, he's my new favorite. He's my favorite troll. So we got our one positive troll in Gray Pill. So I appreciate him. He's here to stay. I love him.
Hell yeah.
And that kitty with the middle finger, that's classic. He actually came from when we did the Melody and Classic Ruby.
Ooh, I'm getting the scotch real close to the fire. I'm getting that scotch real close. It's real close.
My man Prime about to get lit over there, boy.
Hey, it was
he
one
just
we
ate.
It was
You about to eat drinking now?
Always.
It was somebody I wanted to recognize.
Poppy, I'm always scotch maxing. You know this.
My man.
This is
my man. That's why I love that bit right there.
Hey, hold on, guys. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibe. She said, good evening, new subby here. Hello to the chat and panel. I appreciate you, Lipstick, and I appreciate Creative because she's pretty much doing the space on this end. Definitely appreciate everybody for coming in. Most of them is from other platforms supporting us. Right now, we did a celebration a couple of days ago for 182 subscribers. So right now we're up to 202 subscribers. So I appreciate you guys very, very much for subbing us, for rocking with us. Catch us every Tuesday and Saturday. We do lives. If you want to, you can also hit us in the suggestion. How about Instagram, emails, all that good stuff. And if you want some suggestions to give us for topics to react to review, to have discussions, we will gladly do that also. All right. That kind of save our little brain cells just a little bit. All right. Because one of them, honestly, to be fair, Creative, I was actually debating between two, and I was going to do a baby mama topic. But when we was on the other platform, and that seemed like that was very draining to listen to, I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that over here. Yeah, so that was a lot. But I'm actually, to be fair, and because on those spaces, it's a positive space. But the cool thing I like about that was when I did this, and even though it was cringy, and I'm gonna admit it was cringy, but it came out to spark up a good conversation. And shout out to Mika for that one. And we had another conversation to another conversation. So that's pretty much how it is on the Great Pill Podcast. We do actually have trending topics. You can look around earlier, but this one just pretty much just sparked a whole new conversation. So and it was worth it. So I appreciate you, Creative. Definitely appreciate you, Zone 55. Appreciate you, Red Lipstick. Appreciate you, Pink, for chiming in, because usually you be over there for Zaddy's channel. Yeah. So yeah. And unfortunately, I don't know if you
we got to come over here and represent too. We gotta get the love everywhere. We got that Zaddy love all around.
Exactly. And hey, Pink, I don't know if you've seen the beginning after the intro, but apparently Zaddy's at it again. So somehow we got some more women fighting or something. I don't know, but we'll see how that goes later down the line.
Wait. Did I do something again?
Oh no, while responding to the comments back and forth with the real girl and Pearl and all that. Yeah. So,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Technically, it was triggered more by you than the whole podcast, but technically, the other girl said
But it wasn't even my show. I don't understand. It wasn't even my show.
Now you know how I feel. Somehow I was on your show, and you was the culprit, allegedly. Poppy and y'all guys were interaction, but I became the bad guy, so I don't know how that worked. And then now on my show,
can't go anywhere. Can't go anywhere on the YouTube.
Yeah, it can't, man.
It was your house, so technically it's your fault.
Nah, first is the hey Poppy, we're gonna keep one. First is the white man, now it's the black man. Like we need to make up our mind now. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. And then the crazy part, Poppy, I don't want to like try to add any more conversation to it, but she said I'll debate all y'all. I'm like, okay, so you want to debate Poppy, me, Mika, and then Primal at the same time? Okay, I mean, whatever.
Damn, who that is?
You have to go in the checking a recent stream. I'm not gonna bring this back. I'll just leave it like that. But like I said, they're more than welcome to come on and join next Tuesday. We'll actually have a good trending conversation topic. So there you go. Shout out to them. It's all right. So we're at the 2-hour mark. Do anybody want to do closing arguments? Because we pretty much talked about 4 things, and I'm sure one of them going to be the ask on the beginning of it, but it's all good. We'll go with Stacy. Yeah, I'm just picking like that because you know how you go in school. Nobody don't want to raise their hand. You got to point the finger at somebody. Primal still, Deuce still looking at the chat.
I wasn't even here a part of the conversation, though. Really,
that's okay. Don't matter.
What did you hear so far?
I don't even know what your initial topic was.
You don't want to hear. You don't want to know the initial topic. You don't want to know.
All right.
Do you want to know?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Watch
cool.
the first 2 minutes.
You just say whatever you want. You know what? You just talk about whatever you want.
But I really don't have. I don't know. I don't have much to close out with that. I'll say to Poppy that I think the world is getting better. I think it's getting more fair towards men. I do think that women are becoming more fair towards their men, but it's happening slow. You know, like I have full custody, I have full placement. I can't leave 5-hour radius. My sister got 50-50 custody with her ex-husband, and she actually had to pay him child support even when the kids didn't want to go there anymore. So I just think that there's right now just a different tone everywhere, and in Wisconsin it seems fair enough, but
that's fair.
There's good women, there's good men, there's weird people who go on dates with Siri apparently. You know, you just gotta find the right
you're
one
right.
for you.
You're right, but we all know that the court system is lopsided.
All right, this is called closing arguments, not debate at the ending.
That's not. That's the major point of the conversation that I remember.
Yes. All right, Poppy, you're up. Closing argument, sir. Closing thoughts. Closing thoughts.
Closing thought is the court society. Okay. Let's not forget that. You talk about the retarded guy that was messing with the iPhone.
You talk whatever. Closing thoughts, sir. That's on your thought. You can bring it all home.
This was just today, Poppy.
Well, that's the. Hold on, what you say?
This was your show today.
Nah, I just a guess, man. Don't put that title on my head like that. Hey,
he was a star.
Hey,
you know I'm my people's man.
Did Poppy tell you he learned a lesson today when he was actually streaming live and he had to do all the shenanigans and bells and whistle? What you learned today?
Yeah. I gotta get better at that.
All right.
I gotta get better at that. So hold on, let me see. What I was gonna say. No, come back to me, man. Come back to me. Kind of forgot what I was gonna say. Something about what the hell I was gonna say, yo. Oh, yeah, you gotta come back to me, my man, Angelus.
I got you, Poppy. What? All right. All you Deuce. Hey, it's crazy. I would say it's crazy when everybody want a long stroke all day. Now nobody got nothing to say. Go ahead, Deuce. Take us.
I don't do that on these forums. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I save the long stroke for the street.
Jesus.
But listen, it was a good night. You know what I'm saying? I had my drinks going. We was just kind of just shooting the shit, and
yeah, man.
Great. Yeah.
That's what podcast supposed to be about.
I don't know what I saw during the first 30 minutes. I don't want to talk about it. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'll see y'all on Tuesday and Friday.
All right, man.
I'm rich, bitch.
Okay, it came back to my mind, man.
It came back to his
I was
mind.
about to say, yeah. Came back to my senses. So look, about that kid, man. That's exactly what's going on today's day, man. That's like that lets you know, like the strain that people goes for a viral moment. You see what I'm saying? Like they do anything because people are so slow out here that they find that like an entertainment, even though it's kind of weird, you know. And somebody say like he had mental problem. That young man doesn't have no mental problem. He just doing something that I'm pretty sure he saw that on TikTok. I'm pretty sure he did that because it's a lot of dumb stuff going on TikTok here. I've seen worse than that. Like people be sending me clips. I'll be like, yo, these people crazy. Like, do you think that's any better than? Remember when they be having them challenges like the ice bucket challenge and stuff like that? Like, who does that? You see what I'm saying? So like he just following the trend. He just want to be popular by doing the minimum, by doing the minimum work. That's it. That's all he doing.
All right.
And he trying to get paid behind it. That's it.
Before we go to Primal, Poppy State Miss Creative asked a question. Where's it go? She said, Poppy, you in the South Florida ? Every time you talk, I want to jump on a flight and hit Fort Lauderdale, Florida, or Miami. But Jesus Christ, Creative, who you trying to shoot your shot with? Is it Deuce? Or is it Poppy? You try to get them fighting together? What's going on?
Hey, I'm an alpha. I don't share my meals. I'm an alpha. I don't share my meals. But no, I know
I'm rich, bitch.
Yeah, I know where near Florida right now. I wish I was. I would be hitting the bitch right now. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona right now. I be over there 2-3 times a year. I got a lot of peoples out there.
All right.
So no, lady, I know they're there right now.
She said, nobody. I don't shoot shots at all. Okay, cool. All right, hold it down.
She's a friendly lady, man.
The men just gravitate to it. That might be her thought process. So, all right, Deuce. All right, on you, Primal. What's your thoughts?
Hey, you know what? Fun discussion. That first bit with the Siri thing or the Siri. Yeah, man, that was killing me slowly on that one. But hey, you know what? If that young man made some money off of that, then all the more power to him. Let's see. One of the other topics, find people where you are, right? So do the things you enjoy and find people that enjoy similar things. I bet you'll probably have some luck in that regard then. What else? I don't know. Just fun chat. Appreciate you all. Tomorrow, I think I put it on for 8:15. We're going to do be comfortable being uncomfortable. So let's talk about it. It's going to be a good discussion. Come check it out.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Everybody subscribe, man. Subscribe to Primal, man. Subscribe to the Peel Packer, the Great Peel Packer. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my man Dude's channel when he ready to launch real quick.
Yeah, shout out to
it's free.
Shout out to Poppy Blanco, because I don't know if you noticed, Mika. I had him on. He came on to Black Man Unfiltered last night, right? And they just hit the 900 mark, so we was up to like 4 left, and he was about to close out, and Poppy was like, "No, why would you stay here until we get the 4 subs?" And we just kept rocking it out until we got the 4 subs. So shout out to Poppy.
Poppy's like that.
Yeah, man.
You gotta push each other, bro. That's all, man. Like, you know what I mean? Yes. Sometimes all you need, sometimes.
And I don't care what anybody says about you, Poppy. I will always have your back.
Hold on, somebody say something behind my back. Hey, so you trying to tell me something?
Yeah.
Let me know.
Deuce, Angelus, Primal,
you fucking traitors. I knew it. No, but like, yo, like, sometimes the way I see it is like, sometimes I might not be seeing something, and I want and Angelus might see it different, and I want him to tell me, hey, you should do this over here. I'm like, oh shit, I wasn't looking that way. and vice versa. I might be seeing something that he might not be looking straight up, and I'll be like, yo, Angelus, do this. Yo, Primo, I think this might. You see what I'm saying? That's it. I think that's the only way a thing can come up, yo.
Okay, I appreciate that. Make a final
Hey,
thoughts.
Papa, we both from Brooklyn. You know I got your back, bro.
You know I roll with you, man. That just the fat on you for Bureau, man. You
guys
bro.
are. You guys, I like realize I really get along with East Coast people, and you guys are none of you guys.
Because we the shit.
I know it's crazy. You have me saying I know it's crazy. Damn. Final thoughts that Siri baby and that guy's baby was really weird. I didn't like that doll. That shit's weird, but I get it. He's a content creator and he found a niche and it got him views and he's killing it. So I can't really hate on it if it's working, you know? On the topics, so much shit was said. Vet, we talk a lot about vetting. I've learned a lot about vetting. You are who you hang out with, so also pay attention to them. Mm-hmm. They are who they hang out with. I really like that one. Mm-hmm. What else? I'm not moving out of LA anytime soon, so we can all just understand that. I am born and raised in LA, so I didn't come here 3 years ago. Our new favorite troll. What else? There's bad people, but then there's also good people. Stacey, I love that you said that because I need that in my life. That's I think the thing that I'm focusing on right now is that, and we kind of, someone else, Angeles, you said it. It's like if there's any negativity and that kind of stuff, like I cannot entertain it. I can't have it in my circle. I can't have it around me. Facts. It's like as soon as like you show me any of that side of you, I'm like, all right, peace. Like peace be with you. I love you from afar, kind of thing. And like, yeah. So I'm just looking for the good people, guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Go back to sleep.
No, she ain't. I don't know why she lying to y'all folks like that. Y'all good people. Y'all some good people. All right, guys. I appreciate y'all. Final thoughts on Keyword 100. Yeah, it would suck, but at the same time, was being low key petty just to throw some cringiness out there. Because just make it a fun little topic. Because I felt like it's been a little bit draining for all of us lately. Blackman Filter, shout out to him. A lot of stuff behind the scenes that pretty much got me, a little bit my feelings for a second with other people. What the hell is going on here? Have you seen Moon Knight yet? I mean, are you trying to emulate Moon Knight?
What's that?
Nothing. All right, shout out to everybody. Yeah, the show was cringe. The first 10 minutes of it was cringy. Of course, I'm not gonna say
we needed that.
Yeah, it was needed. So I'm not gonna deny that. I feel like the kid have his own issues. He clout chasing. It was done about 2 years ago, just to answer Poppy's question, and it got resurfaced to shout out to Playbacks and some other content creators. It's like, what the crap, whatever. Let's do it. Shout out to Mika for actually opening up a good conversation. I still feel like hurt people across the board. I don't care what it is. Shout out to Stacy. She made a valid point. There's good people, there's bad people. There's, same thing Mika said, there's good moms, bad moms. You just far as not just relationships, but just your friends, vet them wisely. That's always going to be my stance. It seemed like that's a reoccurrence. Last year was communication, conversation, communication. That's the foundation. Now it's pretty much vet. Because even on the YouTube spaces, people acting out of character and you don't like it, you got to vet. And it's technically, I look at it as your fault because you allow these people in your space. If you hold your own personal space, your own personal circle, your own personal bubble, a solid foundation, you should not let nobody even pop that bubble. You shouldn't let anybody stand to your square. That's your square for a reason. That's why they say it's your square. All right. So that being said, also shout out to E-Man. Shout out to E-Man for stepping in and giving us a good perspective and coming in. You're more than welcome, E-Man, to jump in here when we have conversations and chime in and dip out anytime you want to. But take the time out to explore new options, meaning places. If it's not working out a little spot, hey, you know what? Let me just look let's see what Google got to offer. Let me go ahead and check out there. Let me drive 20 minutes and hang out there for some lunch. Let me go 30 minutes here and go hang out this nice little spot. You know what I'm saying? So that's where it comes down to. Because and unpopular belief, because I know it got brought up, clubs is not the spot to be. You know what I'm saying? If you're past certain age limit, you're too grown to keep popping a club. If it's girls' night, yeah. If your birthday, yeah, special occasion. But if that's your first recommendation on the top of your mind, woohoo, let me go to the clubs, woohoo, let me get to the bars. I feel like something needs to be worked on with you to a degree. Like, come on. If it's bottles being popped and you know that's not your element, fall back from that. All right. If we're saying jogging, if we're saying hitting up the beach, if we're saying these positive vibes, start looking in those areas. I love me. I don't know about nobody else. I can date myself. I can hang out with myself, me, myself, best group of people ever. All right. So take that with you and run with it. And I know, check it out every Tuesday, Saturday. Catch us out. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification. I appreciate you, Viper lady, who came in for the new sub. Appreciate everybody came in. We're at 202. Let's go for 500. And after 500, because we're not greedy. We appreciate all of y'all. And we're grinding. We're networking. So I appreciate y'all guys. Thank you.